Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Wartrain here. If you're new, please subscribe and click that notification bell down below so you can be notified of all my new videos. And for you guys that have been subscribed, I appreciate it and thanks for the support. Appreciate you watching. And with that said, today's video I want to talk about a game for Nintendo Switch that has came out at least a year and a half ago. This game had a demo in the beginning that you could check out for, I forget how much gameplay. There was a certain amount of time. It was enough to kind of get an idea what the game was about. But that game was Octopath Traveler. This game right here really opened my eyes to turn-based strategy games and really made me appreciate them more than I did. I always thought they were pretty good, but they weren't my favorite games. I always was a big fan of more action style RPGs, but this showed me how turn-based style RPGs really can shine. The fighting system in this, that combat, was just great, second to none. I really liked it. With every move and then every powerful move, I really felt the power and I really felt like I was doing damage. And there has been a lot of games like this that I haven't felt that. And this one, I truly did feel it, and just the artwork and the music in this game were absolutely second to none. They were completely amazing. The artwork was just tremendous. Just the pixel art that they used, recreating like probably a 16-bit, maybe 32-bit style with, that same style of background, but in 3D with modern lighting techniques and just the best soundtrack that you can get, was just amazing. I absolutely loved this game. I was so happy that I picked it up, and I'm so glad I pre-ordered this Wayfarers edition, which normally I probably wouldn't have, and I almost forgot about it. I actually seen an advertisement for this, and I already had my eye on the game because I did play a little bit of the demo, and I thought it was interesting, but it's like it was still being worked on. So I was like, I'll wait till it comes out and then I'll check it out a little more. Well, then I seen the this Wayfarers Collector's Edition. And what was in it, it was like a pop-up book, and I thought it looked really cool. I was super interested in it at this point, and I actually forgot about it. And then it was getting closer to launch, and one of the employees from GameStop, one of my buddies, he was like, hey, you want to pre-order this game? And I was like, oh yeah, that's coming out. I was like, you know what? Yeah, I do. But then I never did. And then like the next time I came in, he had mentioned it again. He said it's like almost, it was almost like done for pre-ordering. So I was like, you know what? Here, yeah, I want to pre-order it. And man, I was so glad that I did that, because when this game came out, became really hard to get at first. It was just selling out everywhere. I was actually really surprised, and I think so was Square Enix, because they definitely didn't have enough copies of this out because they weren't expecting it to sell like it did. But it just goes to show you, if you have something unique like this, that people are gonna want it. And this game truly was unique. The art style was just so good. I mean, even people that are not fans of these styles of games, this turn-based style RPGs, I think could really get into this game. It's just got 8 great mini stories, which they're all pretty long. I've spent well over 100 and at least 130-40 hours in this game, and I enjoyed the whole time. A lot of the time I actually couldn't put it down. I was just addicted to it, honestly, for probably like a good month and a half, until I basically beat the game, because each character has its own story, but some people's gripes were that they don't talk or interconnect enough, and I beg to differ. I think they talked enough in between each other. I mean, they all had their own stories, and they were kind of isolated in some parts, but they did have like little chats on the side and stuff. Depending on what characters you had together, they would say different things and talk like at different parts of the game. You know, and I really did appreciate that. I felt like it kind of put them together as a group, and some people didn't think that it did enough, but it was good enough for me. I mean, I thought each story was just totally solid, and I just thought this was a really great game, and that's why I wanted to talk about it and show you guys, because I heard this game, I believe it just came out on PC, and I believe this game is coming to cell phones pretty soon, and I'm gotta see if it is out for PC. I'll probably want to pick it up and start playing it on my computer, or I definitely want to check it out on the phone just to see what they do different. From what I understand, they're actually going to be doing some stuff different with the cell phone version, so definitely curious and want to see more about that. But here's the Wayfarer edition. I'm going to open this up so you guys can see what's inside of it. As you can see, it looks like an old book. I think it's really neat looking, but it has this plastic sheathing over it, so we'll go ahead and just rip that off. Alright, so this thing has like a magnetic casing, so go ahead and pop the side here, because that's how it closes with a magnet in there. And as you can see, it looks like it's empty. But there's a little hidden compartment off here to the side, little pull tab, and that's where you have your game. And there's a coin here, and this coin is actually the currency in the game itself, which is really cool. And this thing does feel like a coin. It's weighted, and I'm not sure what it's made out of, but it definitely feels like it's metal. So hopefully the camera will focus in enough on it that you can really see the details of it. I mean, just really cool. I mean, you can see that thing's, it's kind of thick too. It's definitely got some chunk to it, that's for sure. So go ahead and slide it back in this little thing here. Okay, so then you got the game. Pretty standard. I'm sure this edition has a different backing to it, you know, the not for resale. Yep, not for resale version. So you have the map that continues on the back, which in the you know, version that you would get normal retail, most likely would have this stuff that's on the back of the plastic on the back of the box. So then right here there is a map and some game artwork. We'll check that out, but first I'll show you there's this music CD that it comes with. Really great music. Definitely worth opening this CD up just to listen to the music. I know I've heard of people taking this out and actually playing other games that have bad soundtracks and putting this on in the CD player so they can listen to this while they're playing the game, which completely makes sense because some of the music in this is so hype and just so just mellow and relaxing. You know, it'd be perfect for that. So I'll show you this cloth thing here. Let me get it open. Okay. So this is artwork from in the game. These are all the characters, and there's some really unique artwork. Looks like some kind of, you know, like paint artwork, and they use this in the game, like still images and all kinds of other stuff where they show artwork like this and show the characters represented like this. And on the back you have a map of the land that you travel in. And like I said, this thing is a really neat thing that it's like just like a quality feeling cloth. And it's little stuff like that in these collections that are cool. I like when they, you know, do like little maps like that and stuff. But you know, the next thing is just truly remarkable. It's like a pop-up book, so I'm actually gonna move to another spot so I can really open it up and show you guys, you know, in better depth than holding it here, what it looks like. Okay guys, so now I'm going to show you the pop-up book inside, and you can see just how cool this is. Alright. So this first one is Ophelia the cleric. This is where she comes from, and all of these are basically where these characters will start out. It's like their hometown or the town they're living in at the moment. So as you can see, this thing's so detailed. That cathedral church just looks awesome, looks great in the game as well, and just like the ice and snow just sparkles, it looks so great in the game. Okay, so this one is Cyrus. He's the scholar, and he actually was my main in the game. He's a real powerful mage, and definitely a great character to start the game with and have as your main. And this is where he starts off in the college because he's a professor, so you know, really cool. Okay, so this next one here, hiding in the back here on the ship, is Tressa. And Tressa, she is the merchant. Now she's a young teenage girl that wants to become like the master merchant trader girl. She's like a teenager, and she starts out, her parents own their own store, and she works for them, and she wants to go on her own and have a grand adventure, and that's exactly what she does. And this is a merchant that she meets in the beginning of the game, and they become friends. But these things are so detailed, and they really do show off the character of each character through showing where they get their start at. Okay, so this one here is Ulbrich the Warrior, and he was a knight and was double-crossed by his friend, one of the other knights, and he's kind of in hiding in the beginning, and he spends his time kind of looking for his friend to take him out and find out why he did what he did. But there he is, wielding the sword. Okay. So this next one here is Primrose. She is the dancer. I mean, in reality, she's really like a prostitute. And her story is just really great in the beginning, and you know, it moves fast when it starts out. So if you start with different characters and you think the game is slow, get to her story, and you'll just see it really is good, and there is some good writing. But I know some of the other characters, their beginnings are like really can be slow, and it can put some people off the game. But if you get to her story in the beginning, you'll see that there's some great writing, and the others really do pick up, and they don't take too long. Okay, so this is Alphen, the apothecary. So he's a doctor. And I believe this is his mother's grave he's at in the beginning of the game. Let's see if you can see him there with his friend. This one don't want to pop up. There we go. So there he is with his friend at his mother's grave. And this is kind of where his journey really takes a turn and starts off. Yeah, Alphen is definitely somebody that's good to have on your team because he can heal people and he wields an axe, which is pretty awesome. And then here we have Therian, the thief. He's an awesome character to have. He can steal stuff, so in some spots you almost need him. But these pop-ups are just amazing, and this game is just gorgeous. And this one, the last one in the pop-up is Hannet, and she is the hunter. And she's actually sets out to find her mentor. And you can see right down here she has a little like tiger or whatever in the game, and he helps her along the way. You can actually attack with him, and she's a great character, very powerful. She has arrows, and definitely somebody good to have. She can control wild beasts too. She can tame them and use them in battle and actually hold on to them and use them later. But just a beautiful game altogether. But that's the pop-up book, guys, and let's get to some gameplay so you can check out this awesome game, Octopath Traveler. So we will leave just because that's a long battle. But look how beautiful this game is. This is absolutely remarkable.
This is the beginning of your end.
Alright, so jumping into our first battle here. Let's see. Let's see.
Try this. Tempest of Ice Shell Rain!
What next? A torrent of arrows! I am ready.
Yeah, it was time to lay the smack down. And that's a good thing. I keep getting stuff for these battles. So that's the goal, is just to go around and keep battling some of these smaller enemies here.
You won't feel a thing. Here goes nothing. Try this. Interesting dilemma.
Alright, let's see. You know what? We'll just attack them.
Well then. Thunder! Take that! My turn now!
Oh, come on.
My turn now!
Here we go.
I will not be defeated. Thunder! Take that! My turn now! I will not be defeated.
Now, what next? Nothing will
All it takes is the lightning.
Not bad.
Smoke them out. This was a thieves' hideout at one point. Nice, she found some money for me. How nice that is.
I've done my research on you. All right. Feeling feverish?
I'll do my best. Flames, burn this away!
Interesting dilemma.
Okay, that took care of them all.
Thus ends your lesson.
Alright, we got some leveling up action.
Hello.
Alright, so I'm gonna attack this guy. Let's knife him. Whoop.
I'm ready.
Let's see. So with her, we can use her dark magic.
What next? I sunder all.
That did some damage. And I'm gonna see if I can finish him off. Yep, this should do it. Or close. Oof, smoked him.
Not bad. A passing.
Love this music. It works perfectly for this game. Hey, buddy.
Damnation!
Yeah, why not? Let's provoke him.
Let us hunt him.
If he wants to fight.
Let my arrow
Ooh,
fly and
she's not in the best shape, so... let's see.
This will help us. I will not be thy prey.
Oh, that didn't help me.
I will not be thy. What next?
Oh, wow. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, smoked him quick.
The hunt ends.
Hey, that's what happens. You mess with her, you get an attack. Untouched. Awesome. Oh, he was messing with the graves in the graveyard. I was wondering about that. That's not the whole story, huh? Alright, we got some money. Let's see, Gravekeeper's Mark ×1. Sure. And I think that I want to save. But let's talk to her.
It's like this.
Sorry. Why, I...
Nice. Well, what do you guys think of this game? Such a great game. I love the music. I'm a huge fan of this. I hope they make another one using this art style. Even if they use these characters again, that would be fine. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I'd really like to know. And thanks for sticking with me through a long video. I really appreciate it. Thanks to the subscribers that have keep supporting me. I really appreciate it. And that's it, guys. Do me a favor, please subscribe over there. Click the button if you haven't already, and check out some of my videos up above or over there. But I appreciate you guys watching. That's Octopath Traveler, but I'm the War Train, and I'm out. Have a good one, guys. Thanks again.